and welcome back to the channel. I just want to start by saying a big thank you to Terry King. Completely unexpected little gift he sent. I got it last week. So I got, these are, now I don't know how to say this, and he'll probably correct it, Orpry leeks. They're little bulbs. And I'm going to put those in. Now we did say on for these, start them in pots, and then in a year's time you can put them in the ground, harvest the greens and the actual bulb as well. So they don't even smell oniony, and I was really surprised by that, because normally they do. They might do, but it's early and my nose is a bit blocked up. But I'm going to give those a go today. And also he sent in the same package some walking onions. Now I saw his video on this when he was harvesting them, and wow, it was just crazy. He just had loads of them in one of the beds. It was brilliant. So these have got an onion smell, so I'm looking forward to putting those in. I need to find a bed for them. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I could put them in the metal raised bed, the one next to the compost bin, but it doesn't get much sun, and I'm really reluctant about that area now. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know whether I maybe want to take that bed out and put it over the road, and we could put a bench there instead, or pots with sunflowers in. I don't know. It's just a bit of a waste. But yeah, I need to find some space for these. Also, what I bought a couple of weeks ago now is some alliums. So allium drumstick and some allium. Now again, haven't got a clue how to say this. Caerullium, you see on there, Caerullium. Oh. But obviously you get these, you can put these in now, and you get them for like springtime. So a bit colour. I might find a nice pot for these to go in and just dot them around, or I might just put them, because I don't want to put them in a bed, because as you know, we like to net everything. I might actually put them in that beetroot bed. This one. This did really good for us for beetroot. It was our first time having this. This has got a mixture of compost from the other beds when we moved that long bed, and topsoil in that we got off a friend. And yes, it does get weeds in, but it's easy. They're easy picked out, aren't they? And I've got some black sheeting that I could put over the top of this, and protect it. You know, try and get rid of the weeds for next year. But I might put those in one of the corners or in a section of this bed, and then there's a big spurt of colour, isn't there, when you come down? I'll see. Right, I've just been interrupted from doing my onions, and I'll show you why. So the tree's gone. No questions, nothing, just I heard him cutting. I thought, oh, I'll be taking a few branches off here and there. It's just gone. At least he's got his safety glasses on. Can't find his gloves though. He doesn't wear them anyway. But he was like, look how much lighter the plot is. I was like, yeah, because the sun's over there. Doesn't make any difference. He just... So there. So the plans that I maybe had last week, when I said like I didn't know what to do, we'll see, all gone out of the window because he's chopped it down. So I'm going to put some of the Orpria flakes in here. I'm only going to put 4 in, and see how they get on. See, they're starting to sprout already. Oh, there's a one as well. I think I'll just put these in, see how these get on. This is all the tomato pepper weeds and roots and stuff. So I'm going to mark those off as the Orpria. Opry leeks, and then I'll get the walking garlic in. The walking onions in. I think what I'll do is I'll put some of the walking onions in this bed because it is good soil and it's quite a size. So I'll lift this off, I'll give it a rake over, clear it of weeds, and get them put in here. I think just get me rake. Isn't it great how we've got all these tools, but I don't know where they are. So I've lost my dibber. That was the reason I said that. But I'm going to use the Fiskars trowel. What I'm also going to do is I've got this little cloche thing that I'm going to use. It goes out of the way. I'm going to use to cover them once I put them in. So I mark out roughly where I'm going to put them, and then I think that will give them a little bit of protection. Some of these are starting to sprout as well. That one there, I'll put that one first, I think. So I don't know, I haven't asked Terry much about these. I don't know how far they've got to go down. I'm only going to do these a little bit in. I know that hole's massive, but the cost of trowel's massive. I don't know where my little wooden dibber is. So I try and get around 5 or so in here, under that cloche. And that should be enough, and then I can maybe put some in pots to experiment with the super soil as well. I can't remember how many I've put in there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll watch it back. I pushed that quite far down. The soil's quite damp here, so I don't need to water them in. But at least this will give it a little bit of protection, because we are getting frost now up here. The other morning it was frosty. I'll just put that label there. I'll put the other ones in here, so I've got 5 left in there. Terry, I'll probably ask you how many you sent this, because I should have counted, but I'm sorry. I think there's 5 or 6 in there. We'll see. Right, there's not much space for us to get in the back of here, because that's in the road. So I'll come on this side. You don't really need to see us planting all this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these alliums in a bit of a pattern. And then when they come up, hopefully, it'll be a nice colour of collage of colour. Yeah, you know what I'm like, get me my words mixed up. Right, so I'm looking on the back of the pack, 'cause I've never done these before, although I've seen them on other people's gardens and they look fab. These only get about 60 centimetres in height. These ones get up to about 70. I'll get the gnome out the road and put him back in a minute. And I think it'll just look nice at the back of this bed. Oh, I've left all my stuff over there, I can't reach. I'm only little. These are the Cerealium. Got an extra one. I'm going to put that just at the end here. Don't know what they're called, man. Oh, there's one. Put that one in there. And just lightly cover them. So I've just put a piece of perspex over the top, and I'm just going to light one of our gnomes just to keep it down. I'm going to put that onion thing in there, and I want to put this little garlic thing here, just so we know that it's just that back bit there. And we'll keep an eye on it, and when they start coming through, we'll take that off. So I've planted that bed up with the alliums and the walking onions, but now I've got to find something to cover the space that's not got anything in to keep the cats away. It's just trying to find something that is going to look okay. Well, not look okay, it doesn't matter, I didn't care what it looks like. There's stuff everywhere. There's another bit of that plastic stuff. The pallet there, that's the pallet that was on the bed, but it's, I don't want to put that back on. There's those little wire cloches there. I could probably use those because they've been on before. Yeah, I think I'll just put those on because then they're good. Once the alliums start coming through, I can probably put those over the top, and once they get to that height, then I can just take them off altogether. Oh, I can't put it over the end of the cloche thing. Oh, there. Oh, no, it's going to pull it up. I'll have to go that way. Just put that pot there. There's some bulbs in there. Daffodil bulbs. Yes, I forgot to mark them up, so I'll do that now because they were what we got off Jamie last week. There's 3, maybe 4 pots of daffodil bulbs. I'll just leave that there for now, and then that bed's all cat protected. Marvellous. So your plant labels from this season, last season, whatever you want to do, keep a hold of them because you can use them for next year. Now, top tip that I've got that people may already know is nail varnish remover. Remove Sharpie and permanent ink from these. It probably doesn't take it off fully, but it fades it right off, so then you can write something on it for next year. So for example, I've got a lot of these with cherry on, cherry tomatoes, but they've got the date on, so 7th of March. That is a good indicator as well of when you actually sowed them, so keep them to hand. Or if you know when you've got to plant stuff, unlike me, take the date off and then you can put them in next season's cherry tomatoes. Bell peppers, the same. I've got those sown the 5th of March. Broccoli something. Oh, broccoli green. They were done on the 1st of May this year. So keep your plant labels. Get some nail varnish remover. Take off what you don't need on these, or fade it away as much as you can, and then you've got loads for this year, for next year. Top tip. I'm just tidying up, and I've just tied out again with the chainsaw. The tree's gone, so I don't know what is chopping down. Right, let's go and find out. Caught you, didn't I?
Put the glasses on though.
It's probably quite happy, you know, because the battery's lasting a lot longer than it would. So I think he's just seeing stuff and going, I'll chop that, and then I'll chop that. He doesn't hurt yourself and he's playing canny. That's the main thing. So that's it for down here today. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what the forecast is going to be. But I'm also going to do some work in the home polytunnel. I feel I've neglected it for the last 6 months, and I know I said I was going to be putting like brassicas in there that we probably should be harvesting about now. I didn't. They died off. They're still in the plug plant tray things. But it needs, all the tomatoes need ripping out of there because they're still sprouting flowers, funny enough. I'll show you a photo I took the other day of that. But then once that's done, we can then plan what we're going to put in there, because Eric said, really, rather than having brassicas in there, we could just line both sides up with loads and loads of tomatoes, and we didn't know whether we were going to do cherry or just San Mazzanos in there. We didn't get a lot of San Mazzanos this year, but the ones we did do well in our sauces. So we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll go from there. We'll tell you what we're going to be doing in the morning. It's all about keeping a note of what you grow. Oh, I've just broke that one. Oh, I can still use it. It's all about keeping a note of what you. Oh, it keeps breaking. Right, I'll put that one in my pot. It snapped in my pot. That one's not good. Hello, and we're back. I'm making out a cuppa, and then we're going to decide what we're going to do. I have no idea what we're going to do today. We did some, I did some onions yesterday, and the leeks, all of Terry King. We went to garden centre after, and I bought some onions and some more garlic, because I've only put those 2 elephant garlic in the other week. So I'm going to try those. I don't know whether to put them in the carrot bed over on the other plot. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I got a load of shredded paper yesterday that Eric's putting in the compost bin. I also got these wonderful tins. So they were exquisite biscuits. There's none in there. And this little thing from the Rinklins. So it's for recipes, and I'm guessing it's something that my nana probably got years and years ago. Oh, there. So it's got blank recipe cards and 6 dividers. And yeah, this is definitely something my nana got. It's got best before end 2019, and it's got 50 Ringtons breakfast tea bags. So yeah, this definitely something she would have had. So it's a good sized tin, but it's got a slit on the top, and I was like, oh, why has it got like a slit in there? It doesn't go all the way through though. So what you do is you put your recipe card in there, and then you're doing your baking. I thought it would be a good idea for a seed tin, and I mean the likes of that is a bit too big, but little seed packet on there, and then you can look at the instructions when you're doing your stuff. Will I use it? We'll see. But I just thought it was a handy another little tin to put stuff in here. So I might take it home, because I need to go through all the seeds. I might take it home and just put in order some seeds that we're going to sow first, and then keep it in my kit bag, and then bring it down here when I'm sowing them and stuff ready for next year. But yeah, it's a good little tin. But come on, here's Eric's coffee and a Mars bar or a mini roll. You can have the choice, and we'll get them jobs done. So these are the cloves that we got yesterday. Garcua. Something else I probably can't pronounce right. There's 2 big cloves in there, so I'm just splitting them up to get all the individual ones out. Quite a few. Some of them are small, like. I don't think that's bad. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 24. And then we've got the 2 giant ones, so I think that's all right. First year we grew garlic was last season, and when we harvested it, last October, I think it must have been, or no, it might have been even July or something. It was absolutely amazing. I was so excited. So I'm hoping we get a good one out of that. Just need somewhere to put them. And then these are the onion sets that we've got. Autumn Champion. It says there's 50 in there. So I'm going to go over and have a look at the bed on the other plot that we prepared and put the cardboard on last week. And maybe put these in. But we need something to cover it, so I don't want to leave it open to the elements. Right, so I'm going to put the garlic in this metal raised bed, and then I think I'll put the onions in 2 beds over on the other plot. Because I don't want sweet corn in here next year. That can go in one of the beds over the road. Just pass us a little rake over, please, Eric. Right, so I'm reading the packet, and it's got 3 centimetres deep by 4 inches apart. So I found my little dibber. So that's 4 centimetres. If I start one just there, I'm going to have to get dirty hands. I hate getting dirty hands when it's cold. So I'm going to put that in there. See, that's bigger than 3 centimetres. I'm going to have to put them deeper because that's huge, that one. And then, what did it say? 4 inches apart. Right. So 10 centimetres. So about there. And I'm doing 6 centimetres. Right, I'm going to leave those, and I think I'll do them in a pot at home. And then I've got a bit of space at the front, ready for next year. Maybe put some salads in there or something. I'm just going to lightly cover these. I'm not going to fill the holes, I'm just going to cover them over. Labels. There, job's a good one. I'm going to now put my little garlic marker in. First time I've been able to use it since I got it. So I've got everything I need. I'm going to take all this off the bed and put half the onions in one, half of them in another. The guy who had this plot before, although we've added this compost to these beds from the other plot, he grew absolutely amazing onions. They were lovely. So I think they'll be okay for us. I think what I'll do is probably just use some bits of wood like this to put over the top of them. As I said to Eric, I'm not going to bother netting any onions this year. Nobody else does. So again, if it's good for them, it'll be good for us. So these need to be, it says 3 centimetres deep again and 12 centimetres apart. Don't know whether to just start the first one about there. And see how I get on. Oh, got a bit of a storm going on there. So I'm just having a 5 minute sit down. Eric's waiting for his little stove to cool down. So he's been burning some bits of logs and wood off. But I think that's it for this year for our garlic and onions. I don't think I'm going to sow any more because I want to see how these do. I'm going to try a different concept. We're not going to net them. I'm going to feed them now and then and see how they get on. So I've got garlic on this plot, the leeks and that we got off Terry in the other bed, and then on the other one we've got 2 full beds of, no, they're not full beds, 2 beds onions, and I'm going to take up what's left up home and put them in a pot and put them in the polytunnel. So next week I think we'll just be tidying up and prepping beds again, maybe putting some feed in. We might see if we can get some manure from little Tommy next door and put that in one of the beds and let that settle, and then see what else we can get up to. So yeah, have a great week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.